It's winter time here in Farmville, USA. Farmers all over the nation have completed harvest and are hunkering down for the winter. But what does that mean, hunkering down for the winter? Do farmers really take a vacation this time of year? Or is it perhaps one of the most busiest times of the year? Well, we're going to answer that question here on Ag Ed. I'm Hyrum Adamson, and this is my job, teaching you about agriculture.
Here on Ag Ed, we travel from farm to farm to learn what it really means to be a farmer.
Either is no good, or I put the wires on backwards.
There are good days and there are bad days.
No, it's about the same.
There is bad weather and there is good weather. No matter the circumstance, farmers do what they do to help feed the world.
Well, I'm riding along with Hyrum here. We're following Jonathan in the semi-truck, and we're going to load him up with some barley.
Super trucker.
Jonathan the super trucker.
Super trucker Johnny.
Hyrum here, the super...
Not super.
guy. Okay.
Well, I'm a super guy.
He's a super guy. He's
It's not super.
not super.
Just funny.
Funny looking, super funny looking guy.
Yeah.
There we
Yeah, I'll
go.
take it.
Super funny looking guy.
Super funny.
Anyway, we're going to go. What are we doing exactly, Hyrum?
Killing ourselves.
Killing
Be
ourselves.
a grain dust. Good time. We're loading Johnny up here with a load of barley to go up to Pasley's Grain up here in Idaho. We're to the point now where the grain bin is low enough that you have to use what's called a sweep. And so basically you use this sweep to kind of go into the bin, and I'll show you when we get there what's going on. It's kind of slow going and there's a lot of shoveling involved. So you want two things. A good sturdy breakfast to get you through for a little while, which I didn't have, which I'm sure Jonathan didn't have, and you probably didn't either. And second, a dust mask. Not one of them cheeky, legal piece of crap, wherever the hell piece of crap green ones I had floating around here. We're gonna go over to the other shop and grab some good ones. Because if you don't, then after my experience from yesterday, countless times before, you start feeling like shit all day for a couple days. Pardon my French. But if you've worked in grain dust and barley dust, inhaled a whole poop ton of it, you find that you feel like crap. And you know exactly what I mean when I say shitty. So anyways, that's my story. We're gonna show you here in just a bit what we're gonna do there, Jared. Should be a good time.
As you can see, I've got my fancy, crappy green mask here. However, I did not get a good breakfast. But, yeah, Hyrum, we're inside the grain bin right now, right?
Yes, sir. We certainly are. Now, what's really nice when you go into a new bin, you can actually, you can just kind of hook up to the door and it just gravity feeds into the auger, and then it's pretty simple. And you just sit there and watch. But once it gets to a point, you have to get in and start pushing it in by hand or have a sweep or whatever. And this setup was probably concoctioned up by some Hispanic fellow a while back. I have no idea who, but it works. It's kind of slow. We do not have the luxury in this bin to have a bottom floor opening for the auger that comes out to the side. So we basically just have to do it with this and then a lot of shoveling. So woe is me. Woe is me. So as you can see,
A lot of shoveling.
And we got another bin that's full that we can go hop into, but you don't want to pull out of this bin to go hop into another one and end up with two of these messes. So we're gonna have some fun. Yes, sir. Yes.
Better take it one mess at a time.
One. Just one.
Uno.
Okay, let's go to work. Let's get this done.
All right, grainer in, and the auger's running, and this is what the sweep looks like. This sweep will slowly move along, feeding the grain that's out of reach of this auger, pulling it in, and sucking it right here.
Got closest part of this, I gotta shovel all out by hand.
Man, that's a dusty job. Arm inside there. Whew. Yeah, he's right. These masks are crappy. This is the inside of the trailer when it's getting loaded. It's a slow-going process with this auger. You know, it's really not coming out that fast. So poor Hyrum has to sit in there for, you know, it's been like 10 minutes already. Now, I think he's looking at another hour of sitting in there with the dust. But somebody has to do that. I mean, somebody has to be in there to really, you know, make sure it's feeding at this time. Yeah, that's a lot of dust.
A butterfly. That's a fun job there.
This is almost a never-ending process. You load one truck and then unload the truck to just load it up again. You load the bin and then unload the bin just to load it up again. Every year, year after year, farmers all over the country do this time again. But to them, this equals cash. Money in the pocket, put food on the table.